Let's do we start off with game of the night, and we will ease in and we'll try to combine everything. I think we're doing a hybrid game of the night. I think we're going to do Miami and the New York Mets cuz that the storylines around that. My goodness. It's like it's as Metsy as it getsy sometimes. But the whole controversy before the game, Brody Van Wagenen, the GM, he's caught talking in a private room, or I still don't know all the details behind that. But Brody Van Wagenen, the Mets GM, former agent to GM, you don't see that a lot, is caught talking smack on Manfred, basically saying he's a fool. Manfred reached out and said that the team should take the field and come back an hour later. And he was like, what the hell was that? Which was the right reaction. I think Brody kind of ended up looking okay yesterday. Everyone came out with their statements later. We'll talk about that a little bit. But the two teams end up taking the field. They go out there for 42 seconds. Jackie Robinson, which they're celebrating Jackie Robinson today in Major League Baseball, so we'll see how that goes. They all walk off the field. They leave a Black Lives Matter shirt on home plate. Pretty powerful stuff. And again, if you're going to be one of those people, what does it mean? What does it do? Ron Renneke actually did sum it up great, and we've been tough on Ron Renneke because he's part of the Red Sox team that's driving into the ground. But, that 3 hours you were going to watch baseball, talk to someone. Or maybe your kid asks you, hey, why aren't they playing baseball? So, I don't know. Small steps. Baby steps from the sports world, but at least the sports world's trying. The game of the night is Seattle-San Diego. Los Padres, game 1 of the doubleheader they played yesterday. And the Padres are just awesome. There's not real, I'm sure there are other words to describe it, but they play game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday, and they go down early. They go down 2-0, and then they go down 3-0. Machado hits a solo shot. Sure. Manny Machado, he's good. We'll probably talk about him in a little bit because he's been awesome. But you know what? Game keeps going on. It's 3-1 into the 6th, and again, these are 7-inning games. So in the 6th, who's coming up? Tatis Jr. hits a ball over the warehouse. I didn't know that was a thing. Tatis hits one out of the ballpark, literally, to left field, which I didn't know that happened in San Diego. And then Machado follows it up again, his second homer of the game. So we're locked up at 3s. Padres are dancing. We're having a blast. And then they kind of blow it. The Mariners put up a 4 spot in the 7th, top of the 9th. Aaron Nola sac fly. We've got some infield singles. It's ugly. It's ugly. They don't get bopped around by any means, but the Mariners put up a 4 spot, and you're like, all right, that's probably it. That's all. We're going to go play the second game of the doubleheader. It is never that's it, that's all for the Padres this year. My goodness. They get the bases loaded. Manny Machado, RBI single. That gets them on the board. Okay. Wild pitch. See the nerves kick in. Tatis scores. Okay. Hosmer. Big Haas having a good year. Everyone was, that contract has kind of stunk for them, but he's making it worthwhile this year. Hosmer hits the RBI single to tie it. We're going nuts. It's tied. Let's go. Dance time. They're not even done. They don't want to play extras. They're going to play the second game of this doubleheader. Will the Thrill Myers, former top prospect, he hits an absolute moondoggy 3-run shot. What's that, 7? 7 in the 7th by the Padres to win it, 10-7. It just doesn't get much more fun than what they're doing right now on a baseball field. And I'll compare it to kind of the Red Sox from 2018. Like, they just had this... Teams find magic in baseball. That sounds a little too romantic. It's belief. It's whatever you want to call it. But the 2018 Red Sox, whenever there was one mistake or something happened that went the Red Sox's way, you just saw all their eyes light up. They turned into hungry wolves, and if they were down, they were going to come back and they were going to win this game. The Padres, man, they've got something. I don't know how far they can get. I don't know the 3-game wild card series, who they get matched up with, but they're never going to be out of a game. And, I mean, when you get up to Tatis and Machado in that lineup, they are going to have a chance. So that was the game of the day from baseball, along with Miami and the Mets, who handled the situation as well as they could as the Mets front office / ownership getting as Metsy as they could get. And that was the game of the day, BBD. So